Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf as the Burglar. We have made it to Stangard and we need to speak with Sabert here, both for bingo and for entering into Stangard in the first place. Let's begin with the regular vector quest. To Stangard!
Our mission is dire.
What have we here? A hobbit calling at our gates during these strange times? Yep. Hmm.
Our success depends upon our strength.
A
Will you aid
traveler
us?
A traveler in these parts. Very strange, but you do not look evil. Where do you hail from? And what news of the lands to the west? Ooh, all sorts of weird things going on back there. Things like Saruman and all sorts of fun. Oh, you don't know about that stuff yet. Actually, I guess I don't know about that stuff either. Anyway, in Rohan, guests to our homes must share our bread with us. But I am afraid I have no bread to share. In Kunred is the keeper of the food stores these days, and the food is well guarded in the lockhouse. You should speak with Kunred, and he will honor the Rohirrim laws of hospitality. Okay, speak with Kunred. That's level 71. Alright. Oh, and I also would like to introduce you to my friend Bingo.
What brings you to these lands?
You halflings may come to Stangard with the desire to see our lands, but this is not a holiday retreat. There is nothing here for you or your friend. You are not the first peculiar visitors I have turned away from this outpost, though you certainly are the shortest. Wonderful. What is it that draws such unwelcome guests hither? This very morning a rough and uncouth woman sought to gain interest to Stangard, but I turned her away as is my duty. If you find her somewhere to the northwest, perhaps the three of you can journey with haste away from Rohan. When I last saw her, she was headed in the direction of Kriegstand's camp. May the three of you find your way to some other land. It's interesting that they have us do both of these quests to the same guard. Well, the first one wasn't exactly welcoming, but he certainly wasn't as unwelcoming as the second quest when we come in with Bingo. Well, Bingo, what do you think? As soon as he found out about you, he got all hostile.
Well, that was quite a rude greeting.
Well, I have to agree with that. Perhaps the animosity between the elves and the Rohirrim is not the result of a borrowed item or unreturned after all. If this fellow does not want me to come inside, I will respect his wishes. Perhaps we should find this woman of whom he spoke, and see if she needs our help. Sobert may not care if she runs afoul with some beast, but he should feel some responsibility if it were to happen. He said she was to the northwest. Well, I suppose. This is sort of the question. Do we go to her first or to go in here first? Based on the way we're turned away, you would think that we would go to her first. Unfortunately, I think it's better for another item for us to do this area first. So therefore, I am going into Stangard, and Bingo will have to wait. One of the things I have to do, though, is to enter as many of these places as possible to get rid of all these misleading quest rings. So I'm going to head inside the auction hall, then all these other quest ring buildings, just to get them off my map. I have found Kunred, and let's see if he has any bread to share.
Our mission is dire.
You're looking for rations, traveler? Who sent you? Stanric or Sithric? It was Sabert, you say? My apologies, but I cannot give out rations without the permission of the council. The laws here are higher now than the old laws of hospitality. You should speak with our leader. Leaders, I should say. They are in the mead hall, and Gata will let you in. Alright, fine. Now, of course, The whole ridiculous thing to it is that I'm probably carrying 10 times as much food as they've got in this entire establishment on me already. Well, maybe not. Alright. I've got 23 Daleman's crams at least. That's... well, it's enough to keep me alive. Hello there, Gata. We were wondering what the situation was with the rations.
Our mission is dire.
You may enter, traveler. My Captain Stanrick can be found within. If it is hospitality you seek, Stanrick will provide it. He's a good man. Alright, fine. I can speak with Stanrick then. Stanrick is our true leader within. Alas, you will likely also meet with Cethric as well. These are troubled times in Stangard. Okay, apparently Cethric isn't as good of a man. At least that's what I get from all that. Greetings, Stanrick. I am a traveler that has come from afar, and we are wondering if I could share with you a meal tonight.
Our mission is dire.
Hail, friend! I am the captain of this outpost here in Stangard. Rather, I was the captain. It's a bit complicated now. Nevertheless, you're welcome to break bread with us as our guest. All right, good. Oh, what? There's a trouble? This must be that Cithric fellow.
What brings you to these lands?
Steinrich makes me laugh. He knows full well that we've barely enough bread to share among our own men. Yes, you will need to earn your own bread, traveler. Stanrick is exactly the sort of behavior that got you into trouble to begin with. You are a fool, Steinrick. Your failure to make reasonable decisions is what made my place here, necessary.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Cithric has been sent by Theoden King and is an advisor of Aedoras. I have no power over him, and he asserts his will in all that goes on here. I am sorry that we cannot welcome you here more warmly, according to our traditions, Petronella. But if you wish to do this man a kindness, you may help them with their duties. Gata is a good man, and will know where you can begin. Alright, fine. I suppose I can do that. Well then, now I'm beginning to understand the inconsistent greetings we got at the gate. That's because everything here is inconsistent, including inconsistent leadership. Yep, Steinrick seems to be a good type. Cithric is another matter. But Steinrick asked if there's anything that I can do to help around here.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Ah, so he did send you to see me, I understand. I will not say a word to Cithric on this matter, right? I have plenty of ideas as to how you can help Stangard, Petronella. Let us begin with the delivering rations, performing the watch, and dealing with some of the petty crime that has been experiencing of late. Please go and help these men with their duties. You'll be a great help here. I'm sure I will be.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I suppose it would be helpful if you brought the men their daily rations, traveler. You can see for yourself how the men of Stangard fare when they receive their food. Right, I suppose that makes sense. What do you say, Biersten?
Our success depends upon our strength.
Aid
us.
I have an issue for you to look into, Petronella. Someone took my rations while I was catching a little rest, and it is not the first time either. If you can find out who stole from the stores, I will be in your debt. A thief must be brought to justice. Alright, I'll see what I can do about that, and... see, I also need to help... oh, Sobert, back to the front gate. I was asked if there are any duties you need me to help you with.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
It's been months since anyone has been posted on any of the watchtowers. Men go out to hunt and gather to bolster our stores, and too many die on the way because they do not know what they face. It would be a great help if you could just climb the watchtowers and look at what roams in Erlesmen and the Wailing Hills. Why, they can't do it? I haven't the slightest idea, but I suppose we can go up each of the watchtowers and see what's up there. This looks like a good place to watch out. Nothing noteworthy from this vantage point. Oh well. One place at a time. And I presume there are many other watchtowers, and maybe we'll see that there's nothing to worry about. Anything out from this tower? Far in the distance, you note rocky channels swarming with vile worms. Worms all over the place. Well, that can be a problem. How about here? Too near Stangard, you see a den of vile slavering dogs preying upon the lands. Dogs and worms. Quite a combo. And what about up here? Quite a vantage point. In the Wailing Hills, you can see orcs and more orcs roaming the lands as if they own them. And I also see a worm down there. Not just orcs, but worms. Hello there. I've been asked to deliver rations to the men.
Will you aid the horse lords?
You've been sent to give out the daily rations? Help yourself, and mind you do not take too much. The store is meant to last us a month. Alright, fine. He's going to trust a hobbit with this task. Now let's see what we can find. Some rations. There's some in there. I'm pretty sure I'm not taking the full sack, because that full sack could probably be enough for several people. Alright, that must be collected a meager amount of food. Collected another meager amount of food. And is there anything else that we can have for variety? I presume that these are different types of food, so that they're not all eating the same. Yes, let's get you taters, and oh yes, some taters. Found my way in the kennel, and it looks like the kennel. Those dogs look rather healthy for an area that's in starvation rations. What's this? Think I found the stolen rations. Hello there. I was wondering if you know anything about how these extra rations found their way into the kennel?
Our mission is dire.
I'm discovered. Are you going to turn me in, Petronella? Yes, it is true, but I wish to tell you why I did it and ask for your help if I'm thrown into the lockhouse. If I do not steal, the dogs will starve. As their keeper, I cannot let this happen. I give them my own food, but it's not enough. I try to make sure that I do not take too much from the other men when I steal, but I fear we'll all go hungry soon. Tara Bernstein, I'm sorry, will you? This place is in a mess. Maybe we need to just kill a couple of goats out there, and maybe we'll have some food for the dogs. Sure, they wouldn't mind having goat for a meal. Certainly better than the rations meant for the Rohirrim. Well, I suppose I better report in. Actually, first, perhaps some oats for the horses will be in order. Here are some oats. Some oats for you. Some oats for you. And here's some oats Yeah, it looks like the horses aren't exactly being well fed either. Hi there.
Our mission is dire.
Oh, thank you, stranger. I was hoping that since a new person was delivering these, but there would be a bit more, but I'm grateful nevertheless. Yeah, alright. Yeah, sorry about the meager rations. Now, is there anyone else who needs something to eat? Well, I will head around and finishing deliveries after I speak to Gada and his friend over there. Well, I found out what happened to the rations.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It was awful. He shot. Oh. Yes, I have noticed that he does show particular kindness to those dogs. There was once a time when we had food enough for all, sparse though it was, but nobody thinks of the dogs anymore. I will keep this incident a secret, and even share some of my food with the beasts, provided Athlulf does not steal anymore. Alright. I will take that into account. Oh yes, here are your daily rations, by the way.
What brings you to these lands?
Curse Stenrick for dooming us to starvation. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, and yeah, I've looked into that little matter of broken laws.
Our mission is dire.
It is not good that there is stealing in Stangard. This is rarely a problem before. If Burstum does not wish to take further action against Otholf, I will gladly let this matter drop. The food issue is reaching a point of crisis. Something must be done, and soon. Well, yeah. And, oh, by the way, I've looked outside and found various troubles all around, such as worms and dogs and orcs.
Will you aid the horse lords?
You must be jesting. You did watch duty? No one has done watch duty since Stenrick came here. Please tell me what you saw. Yeah, orcs to our west, worms and wicked beasts to our east, and a haunted wood to the north. Yes, things have worsened for us since the patrols lessened. Now there is no hope of us getting food from Errolsmead without losing many men to the predators that roam the riverlands. Ah. Well, there's a bit of a problem. Well, I need to deliver some more food. This looks like the last delivery. Hello, here's your rations for the day.
Our mission is dire.
Does Stondrick really think his men will follow him if this is all they feed us? I grow hungrier every day, Petronella. We will not take it much longer. Well, that sounds like we're going to get a mutiny soon at this rate. Though I have a feeling Stanrick isn't the one responsible for the problem. Not if I understand this political situation properly. I finished delivering the rations. The men aren't happy, to say the least.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Alright, so you brought the rations in. Yes, it is terrible that there's not enough food to go around. We have always had to tighten our belts in Stangard, but things have only become worse since Sithric came and involved himself in every aspect of rule here. That's a bit of a problem. Well then, I think I've handled all the things you requested.
Our mission is dire.
Yes, the men of Stangard carried many burdens. There was hope that Sithric would make things better here, but life is harder now than ever. Men are hungrier, and many leave and do not return. Those who stay carry more weight than ever. What will we do about this? Well, we're not going to find out today because all this talk about rations has made me hungry. So I'll see about it in the next episode of Piney Plays The Burglar.